There's a Nikon D40 camera, still a good camera in 2020. Hey everyone, thanks for joining me. So in today's video, I want to review the Nikon D40. Yes, it is a camera that came out back in December in 2006. They also came out with D40X. There's slight differences. The D40 is a 6.1 and the D40X is a 6.2. There may be other small differences for both of them, but overall they're both the same kind of camera. This is it right here, and this one's in really good shape. So you can actually go out online and you can find these at a fairly good price. You may be able to find them somewhere between $100 to about $150 or so, depending on if you have a lens that comes with it or not. If you get it without the lens, you may be able to pick it up a little bit cheaper. Now, one thing you want to make sure when you pick these up is you want to make sure it's clean, for one thing. There's not too much any damages, gouges, or anything like that. The viewfinder is in good condition here. One thing you can do is actually point it towards a white piece of paper or a wall and see if there's any specks in them. And just because there's any specks in there doesn't mean that it's going to be a total loss. You can actually clean the sensor up. You got to do it carefully. You can send it in to have it done, but sometimes it could be something just as easy as cleaning right above the sensor where the viewfinder part is. And then it could also be a lens. If you have more than one lens, you can try different lenses as well. And this one here is really good condition, and the settings on here, I'm not going to go over all the settings, but it's a nice DSLR camera. It's pretty good. It was actually a high-end camera when it came out. And this model here, the D40, is 10.1 megapixels. The D40X is a 10.2 megapixels. Plus, it may have other additional differences, but for the most part, it's the same camera. So to turn this one on, just click the switch here, and this is what you're going to see on your LCD. It doesn't have a live view mode camera, so you have to look through the viewfinder, but it does show you the same thing through the viewfinder as you'll see here. Of course, you want to make sure you take your lens cap off. If not, it's going to show you a dark screen. Now, one thing I noticed is if you have the wrong size SIM card, it's going to tell you have to format the SIM card. And even if you format it, if it's too large, it's not going to work. I tried a 64 gigabyte SIM card, and it was too big. I believe the biggest you can go on this one is a 16. This one has an 8 gigabyte SIM card, and it can't take as many pictures, but it's still a good amount of pictures. One thing here is you can actually go back and look at what you took a picture of right here just by pressing this button. And I took a couple pictures. I'll show you the results right here. Let me see. This one's going to be, oh, it went away. A unicorn. Here you go. The quality is pretty good for an older camera. In 2006. This is 2020, so 14 years model. I'll show you another picture I took with this one. This is a picture of another camera I had sitting on the table. And it's actually taken horizontally. And it goes a bit pretty quick here. So here you go. Now the battery life on this is not really bad. You can have it last for a good amount of time. Compared to some of the newer mirrorless cameras, your battery is going to last quite a bit longer on this camera here. Now, one thing that you want to do is, if you're going to purchase one of these and you want to buy it locally, you can find them at a thrift store, sometimes cheaper. Try to see if it has a battery first. See if you have any kind of charging components that go with it. A charger, you can buy them a wall charger or a regular charger, but you can find them cheap, but it may not always come with the camera, whether you buy it online or if you buy it at a thrift store. You can find the charger for this thing on eBay for about 10 bucks. Same thing with new batteries. You can find new batteries, and they're interchangeable between the D40 models, D40Xs, well, the DX type models, but D40, D60s, D80s take the same kind of batteries. D50 and 70s will take a different battery. So if you want to look for a battery, be sure you get the right model. This lens here is actually pretty good. It's a DX Nikon lens, and it is a 55 to 200 zoom lens. But you can fit different kind of lenses on here. And to remove the lens, it's pretty easy. You just press this button here, turn this way, and then you put it back on. So I always try to keep the lens down as much as I can, or the lens, I mean the camera, or the lens fits down as much as I can, and just line up the white dots here. And this is counterclockwise when you put it back on. So clockwise, I remove it, counterclockwise, you put it back on. Overall, really good camera. And I've used some of the newer models. If you look at the newer models, I don't have one in front of me, but up to the 3100, 3200, 3600, they're all similar looking. It's just that you can have different quality pictures with these, because the bigger picture is going to be different. You can have much better features with the newer cameras. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Be sure to give me some likes, give me some comments, and I'll be doing some more videos of different equipment, including camera equipment and other electronic accessories.